All right, now to the busy man today. Jason, what do we have going on?
I know it's my Friday, and it's like, oh, Mother Nature's not going to let me
right.
just ease into my weekend here. All right, the library is open, folks, so let's start educating on what's happening here in the atmosphere. As far as public enemy number one, this is what we're focused on here for our Sunday evening. First and foremost is that tornado watch in effect through 11 p.m. tonight. This includes the counties of Erie, Huron, and also Richland County, so our far western counties. So let's talk about the timeline of when we're expecting this activity to start happening. We're already beginning to see some clearing skies out there, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But we're not going to hang our hat too much on this set time frame, so these 2-hour increments here. There's sort of a generalization with where we feel like this is sort of going to start to happen here. 6 to 8 p.m. is sort of the timeline of the most potent energy moving through our western counties. We move into the Cleveland metro, stretching all the way south, including Akron, Canton, Tuscarawas, and even the Dover, New Philly region between 7 and 9 p.m. And then we start to flirt with our eastern areas at around 8-10 p.m. Then it becomes sort of a Pennsylvania problem here. So that is the timeline as we're going to expect sort of this activity to be moving through northeast Ohio. Our severe weather threats for us this evening on the lowest end of the totem pole is going to be flooding, and I'll focus on that in a little bit. And then we get to the tornado risk. We're going to start from the bottom, then we're going to go make our way up. Low to medium risk here, I believe, for a tornadic risk. So this is going to be on the lowest end of the totem pole because it's going to be more of sort of a broken line of storms moving through, but still large hail and even some damaging winds are going to be elevated sort of at the top here. And we're already beginning to see reports over near Toledo with large tree limbs down as well as some wires down in that area. So a lot of energy is going to be focused in on this frontal boundary as it's moving through. So look here, we have sort of some clearing to begin to happen. And I think, Michael, I think we have a Cedar Point cam over there showing some sunshine out there. Yeah, see? So a lot of sunshine over here. Sunshine is not necessarily good when we're tracking severe weather because when you have that heat, that is the lift that is going to be the mechanism to start some of these storms to spark off here. So look at it in terms of boiling water, cooler air around it, and you start to get these bubbles happening. That's what likely could happen with some of these storms. So let's go back to radar here where you can see that line of storms really starting some energy over in this region. Toledo already under a severe thunderstorm warning for them. Heat in and abound northeast Ohio right now. We made it up to 87 degrees today at Cleveland Hopkins. The old record set back in 1988 was 104. Thank goodness we don't have to really be dealing with that. But that south wind still fairly prevalent. You can see where that tornado watch risk is still stretching all the way back over towards our western areas. There's that severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Toledo region. And then now we have the fuel. Betsy calls it the super juice necessary. Elevated dew point temperatures, so that equates to a lot of energy still buoyant in our atmosphere that can really start to get things to become a little bit more turbulent. So here's our National Design Mart forecast. We're going to take this bite size here for the rest of the evening. This is where the energy starts to really kind of pull in. Western areas near Sandusky, sort of that 6 to 8 p.m. time frame. Moving into the Cleveland metro, you can see really starts to break apart here, but we still have some south performing winds moving on through. Periods of moderate to heavy rain, again, likely, especially with some high wind gusts, 50 to 60 mile per hour. You start to get in that severe thunderstorm warning territory. Once we clear at midnight here, so we really don't have a whole lot of diurnal heating, that daytime heating to deal with, obviously because it is nighttime, but we're still going to run the risk for some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving through. Once we get into the heart of the week, we really start to focus our energy on who's getting what in terms of rainfall and how much we're going to be getting. But important reminders, in the event that you lose power, make sure that you charge your cell phone, alert friends, neighbors, even family members, and also sort out an area to protect yourself.